Welcome back. Few things to explain. Obviously, I've not been posting videos and whatnot. Been a bit of a down mentally thing the past couple of weeks. I can't really go into it, to be honest with you, at all. It's not to do with me or my family, but someone very close to me has been going through an horrific time, and me then worrying about them has sent me a bit doolally past couple of weeks. I've been to work for a week solid because I've trying to been helping out, and then that's paperwork suffered, video suffered, everything else. But it's Monday morning, everything is sort of back on track. I feel loads better. I just thought I'd be honest with you as best as possible, because these things do happen, and it was something that was completely out of my control, but I had to be there to help and to support. So that's what I did, and then it just sort of backlashed on me mentally. So it is what it is. But we're going over to the builder's job. You'll know we did the bay lights, everything underneath. I've done some stuff over the past 2 weeks there by myself, but we want to get some power to it. But I think I've made a mistake, and the mistake is I ran a 12 volt 2-core cable into the soffit, which we'll explain when we're there, to put some PIRs. And this is the PIR that I sort of found roughly online. This was a CEF one. All I was going to do is snip the cable between what would be the driver or whatever transformer to the sensor itself, extend it, and then put the driver, transformer, whatever it is, into my comms cab. So if it ever broke in the future, it's not hidden in soffit and we can quite easily change it. The problem is I run a 2-core in, and this sort of thing, you will need a 3-core, because you need live, switch live, and a neutral. And I've completely forgot. So we're going to try and get there, put some power on. I've got the drivers and everything for the LED tape, and then try and figure out if there's a way that I can sort of fish through a 3-core cable or find a different driver. So I'm a bit stuck and I've messed up. So I need to come clean to the customer and try and rectify this as cheaply out of my pocket as best possible, but equally the best result we physically can. So it's tipping it down. It was snowing yesterday, so you know what day it is. And yeah, it's just a miserable one. And I decided to start wearing my brand new super dry coat to work. And yeah, cool, nice one, Nick. £100 wasted. Right, we're here. What I meant was these lights, and there's a sensor hidden there. I'll put a picture on the screen now that I took prior. There's a sensor hidden over there. I'll put a picture on. And equally, there's one the other side of this steel here, which is for the up and down lights, but we can't do anything with that because this all needs to be rendered. So my issue is that here, we brought all the stuff through. This is the twin and earth that goes to the outside lights. This is the feed, this is what I put on. It's a temporary thing because we're having to move a lot of this stuff because there's going to be big doors going on here. And a lot of this stuff, it's just so we could use it. I'll put some lights in over there in the other bay, and we put some in here just so it's usable. So this is all being shifted around a bit, but the box that I've got here was from a local wholesaler, which is going to be like an IP rated comms cab sort of thingy, my bobby. And just, yeah, anyway, so that's going to go up there. But I've only ran, so we've got here the heat shrink PIR up and down. So this is the PIR, it's the far side there that goes for the up and down lights. This one here is the PIR for bay lights 1 and bay lights 2. So when we run the cable, that one should be fairly straightforward because it's just there. The one for the up and down lights is just there, and it's a straight run sat in the RSJ, which isn't a problem. But the one over there is the issue. And the only way I can get around that is if I want to clip a cable like I've done with these D-line clips here, all the way across and down, is just do the same thing, put it through, drill through that side. So Mikey Adams' uncle hit one of these the other day because he's working on it, and he managed to replace it quite easily. So I'm hoping that I can speak to him in a minute, and if he can get that out for me. But I'm not going to put any sensors up today. We're just going to get this on and get this working. Great little tip and trick what we did last time to make sure everything's connected. We've connected everything together for the positive and for the negative in that way, in that way. And we're on. Obviously they're not going to be way brighter than this because I'm sharing this between 4. And this is an 18 volt battery and they're 12 volt. So you need to be careful about doing it, but it's a great way to test that they're still working, because the issue we have is directly above here, where it's been slabbed and grouted with some sealant, it still leaks. This is filling up with water in different bits. It's not coming through the lights, but it's coming through a joint, which isn't the best. But being this 12 volt system, and this is LED tape that we put in, if you haven't seen the video of us doing it, I'll link it down below if I remember. If not, shout me in the comments and I'll put it there. But yeah, so let's get this up here. Let's try and get one of these out there and sort of figure out what we're going. But we have a permanent live here, which we're going to bring across, and potentially for now, just put a light switch below so we can turn it on and off underneath before we have to maybe start pulling panels off. So it's a stupid thing. When I was doing it, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought, yeah, we'll get this in, we'll get that. Wasn't sat thinking, didn't do my research properly. And now this is all finished job and I've got to waste time doing it all. So these things happen, but it is extremely annoying. So we've got this bad boy on the wall. It is level, but it doesn't look like it's level, but just trust me. We've got the two drivers in here. I've snipped this back. We've brought the heat shrink up. The heat shrink stuff with the Brother label printer, and you saw me put it on the light switches not long ago for the other job we're on. But it is handy for stuff like this to put it on. Like you say, it's gripped on it, but if you really wanted to force it, it does slide up. But these are permanently marked. So we've got Bay 2 L1, which is the first light in Bay 2, vice versa, and then you've got the ones up here. So I'm going to snip these, I'm going to Wago them through up here, bring them down, put them in the connectors. That'll be Bay 1, that'll be Bay 2, we can label this up. I've got us a light switch out, which is here, just for temporary. I think I'm just going to leave it in the bottom. I've just spoke to Mikey, he's just having some lunch, and he's going to take this little panel out here, because the cable's drilled through, and there's this big steel here that we drilled it through. So hopefully we could do it. So if just today, I'm just going to get it powered up, so turn it on and off the switch, like I said. But it's my bad. Unless any of you have got a perfect idea, but by the time this video comes out, this would already have been done. But yeah, very annoying. Just to have a nice, perfect little hidden PIR that's sunk with its IP rated into the soffit is difficult, because most of the time you put like a 12 volt PIR, they're internal ones, they're not IP rated, and then if they are, they're about this big. So yeah, anyway, snip these down, join them across, put the links in. I'm going to bring a permanent supply in just into the light switch. We can fly them through. The rest of the cables are just going to be wrapped up for now, and then hopefully when Mikey gets that out on the video now, we can start fishing some cables. We've got some 3-core, we've got the Rumper Tech, so I've got nowhere to put the camera unless I put it here. It's not a very flattering image of me, and it's a bit dark, so we'll just jump through in stages. Okay, so we pinched a live supply across from here, we brought it up to here. It's just a bit makeshift at the moment. We've extended these down, we've done some cable ties. These are our 3 cables that obviously need to be replaced, which is annoying, but for the time being, we've got that one, and why the switch is upside down, and we've got that one. So in the evening, it doesn't look super bright in the day, as you can imagine. I mean, it's bright enough on my face. But at night time, it's going to be fabulous, fabulous, darling. But what Mikey's done for me, so this is what we're on about, he's just shifted these across. So this is the waste space that's under the stairs. It's extremely wet, but I'm going to try and turn you around here. This is where the cables come out. This is where they go up through here. The RSJ goes down there, so we can get to this one. The PIR for the first bay lights should be directly in front of me here. So my biggest issue is, like I say, running across to that side. I'm going to nip to a few wholesalers because now we're up and running. It should be fairly simple for me to go and find I'll get you out this hole, sorry. It should be fairly straightforward to find a PIR. I've just rang CEF and they've got one, but they're not IP rated. So in here we'll be fine. The outside ones are no, but it's not rendered. It's turning winter, so rendering does not happen in winter. So that's probably going to be like this for months now. But now we've got power, we've got a switch. Ideally today, it's only 20 past 11, so I should be able to go across, pick one of them up, put that in. Hopefully that's going to be working tonight. Right, after doing a lot of soul searching at the wholesalers that don't like me, we've come across these. These are Time Guards 360 sensors, and we can do the range, and they are IP. These are actually IP44 as well. So the plan is with this, I'm going to get this in, but I have got some anthracite. So this is the same job that we sprayed the bezels for the JCC V50s as a joke, and then actually got some anthracite ones. But I'm going to spray this white. Obviously, this has to remain. I'm going to spray this anthracite, but this has to obviously remain white. But that won't be done today. But I need to run a 3-core cable from here to there. It's up to me if I want to do one down there with one of these, because I've also had an idea. We have the cable here, which is looped up, which is the outside lights. And we have this big void that we can access. We can always do a day and night sensor or a sensor on the brickwork. But I'm going to get this cut out, find the cable. I measured the recess for the RSJ that's in there. And these are nice slimline ones, so we'll get that in, get this rewired up. Even though I've done this, I'll unwire it a little bit. and we'll do some Wago boxes. Because even though this is a lockable enclosure, I'd rather have no single insulation exposed, so people can't moan, and if the homeowner does leave this open, then if anyone licks a cable, then they're not going to get hurt. So that's the plan. I'll get some hole saws out, we'll get this one cut, and then we can give that one a go, because I need to cut that as well for this, and then see how much movement we've got for the cable pulled through to see if it's possible, because I can't quite remember how many ups and downs it did throughout the run, whether or not it will pull or... Anyway, and I've been to wholesalers as well. I bumped into Adam, way! Not Adam's mum, unfortunately, just Adam. But yeah, this is one of the jobs where I'm pulling here. He could be feeding there, two-man job, easy peasy. But when you're by yourself, not so much fun. Well, the first one was successful, up through, that's our hole, drilling that through. You can see that cable there is the one that runs down to there. But I should be able to just, to be honest with you, slip it down the RSJ all the way down there if that's what we want to do. But the biggest question on everyone's minds, keyboards, fingers, everything right now is what the hell do we do over there? I'm going to try and look back through pictures and of the video I did on YouTube of when we did this to get any sort of inclination on how I ran it over. I know it was straight through here, but it was this bit. I can't remember what we did with this, whether or not it went up and over, through it, it twisted, I don't know. So I'm going to have a look at that, do some research, drill a hole in the same position over there, because obviously these are designed so when you drive in here in this bay, that will pick you up, this will turn on, vice versa in here. So wish me luck, guys, please. So looking at the pictures, I'll put it on the screen now. When Adam and I ran the cables, we sticky tabbed and cable tied them up to the, I don't think they were sticky, anyway, whatever it was, we put clips up and they were all clipped and cable tied. So we can't pull it. I've cut a hole out all the way over there, found the cable. There's slight movement on it, but all the other cables for these lights are all cable tied to it as well. So what I'm going to do is just drill at an angle through the brickwork into the soffit, which can be done. But my issue is I don't understand this. It makes no sense to me. So I've had these off, I've just disconnected it. So what we've done with the 3-core, you've got the switch live going to the live to the driver. The neutral is connected in, and then the permanent live is coming off the switch side, L1 of the switch, so you can isolate from here. That is on, this is up and working and set, but the lights physically won't come on. And when I turn the switch on and off, you can hear the PIR click in, but it's just giving me nothing whatsoever. So I'm going to have to take this apart, test off this side to find if we've got voltage, which I'm 99% sure, 99.9% sure we have. But why doesn't it just work? I've changed the setting, I've changed it to daytime, I've changed it to nighttime. I've clicked it on and off to reset the settings if that's what this one has to do. I've run through all the instructions on it. Nothing here says anything otherwise, and it's just not working. You know, it's just one of them days, it's just started to rain again. It's freezing cold down here. I keep having to take my gloves on and off, my high flex ones. These ones here, link in the description below. To try and mess around with these, because my hands are that cold, because those gloves aren't designed to keep your hands warm, they're designed to keep your hands clean from abrasions and that sort of stuff. Because it's bitter out here, I'm losing the sensation in my fingers and my mouth by the sounds of it. If I fiddled it with this, it's the Wago connection that I hadn't snapped it in properly. Finally, I'm going to show you some work, because it's one of them jobs. So we've run a 3-core up here within the D-line clips. It's concrete everywhere. I had to drill a few in there with some red plugs and everything, because I do an aircon unit, which I did last week, which you can sort of see over there on the wall. It's all clipped up and under, but they don't want conduit, they don't want trunking. This is just going to be what is a little garage, really. That's going to be on the smart side. This, he doesn't really care what it looks like, because I offered everything. I wanted to do it in trunking, or if not, flexible conduit, and it was just a no-no. Bit of a money saver, bit of a doesn't really matter what it looks like, and I'm going to do it neat anyway. It's already halfway there, but this is the solution I came up with. So I think my tape measures everything around there. Oh, this is what I've come to get. Got glasses. So I've set the laser up. We've got this coming out here, go along there. I'll show you the spit nail gun, I'll show you the D-line clips and how I sort of did it the other day. But we will put these on because the concrete does splinter, and it's not fun, and it is not your friend. So let's make sure I get the right run. I'm going to do it this side, as close to the pillar as I can, so if you're ever coming from this way, you physically can't see it. Right, the laser's just set up. It's just so I can get a nice even line across. Now I'm going to get the tape measure. Now, tape measure, I've just been measuring. With the other ones, it was just 400 every, so we'll do a nail there, a 400, sort of lands us in the middle of each block above. I'll mark that with a Sharpie. So using the D-line clips and the concrete nails, what we're going to do, I've got like 2 different variations. I've got actual D-line ones, which I think are not them. So this one here is actually a D-line one. You can see the markings, and it comes pre-opened, which is bang on. And there's another brand that I've got. I don't know where I get these from, but they came slightly bent in to allow you to put it into that M2 trunking. But I sort of mixed them together, so I'll get the same make. What we're going to do is open them up like that, stick them on the nail, fire it in. Because I don't have a cameraman anymore, I'll try and do this. So balance that on. We've got our mark there. Make sure the laser sits in the middle of the spit. That's us up in line. And what we'll do, I'll do this obviously on all of them, but what we'll do, like I did before, is we'll just put the cable on the one side and do the one flap, which will allow me to run another cable if I need to. On the other side, you've got your fire rating. Not that it really matters, it could be in a concrete building, but it stops anything drooping. It's got a metal fixing up. So that's all what I've been doing. I'm going to shoot all these in now, and then we're going to have fun drilling from there to there at a different angle. So what we're doing with the clips, they go in there. I'm trying to do this one-handed, sorry, it's so much more difficult. Bend that over, I'll pull that tight, give it a little tap with the whacking stick. Yeah, bring that over there, done. Great, it is a great piece of kit. The Spit nail gun, 100%. I wasn't giving it for free. It wasn't from Spit, it was ITS ages ago. And if it broke now and I couldn't get another one for free, let's say, I'd 100% buy one with my own money. It's paid for itself on rewires, stuff like this. Like screwing and plugging stuff is obviously the old school method and it works. The only thing I would say I dislike about it is when we've done rewires and we have nailed boxes in, is if you ever need to move one of these boxes, or for the other electrician in 25 years, 30 years time, he's going to struggle to get their boxes out. But I'll live in Malibu by then. I don't even know where Malibu is, but yeah. But that's the only downside. Done. Right, customer's just coming to chat with me. Chuffed to bits, annoying about that bit, but it is what it is, it's sorted. So what we have is isolation switches, bits and bobs. Let me just wipe the screen because I think the moisture and the coldness has got, the temperature's got to it. We've got all that, we've got the future stuff. We've still left this accessible. We take the end strip off, so as and when we want to do the outside, but we're talking months and months away because of the temperature. So that's in over here, all clipped up and over. There you go, the light just came on with the sensor. I'm gonna get them sprayed. This is the sort of clipping we've done, all in a straight line. Yeah, it's just cold, it's miserable. Zero motivation to do anything, but we're in the unit tomorrow. We're gonna play with some smart switches, try and film some more videos because I need to catch back up. I've really let it slip on my own fault, and as well as I've barely got any work before Christmas because I haven't been replying to emails or phone calls because I've been too preoccupied up my own arse worrying about my mate. So this all boils down to, it's not like, oh Nick, get over yourself. And a lot of people will know, one of my very good friends took his own life 6 years ago, and I found him, and I feel like I let him down, I let myself down at the time. So I then went through like a year period of worrying that everyone was going to do it, friends, family, that everyone was going to do the same thing he did for no reason whatsoever. I just had this horrible, irrational thought in my head, and I ate myself alive with it, worrying sick about people if they didn't reply to a text. And I went straight to the mindset of, for my mate, of, oh my God, I need to protect him at all costs, and nothing else in the world was important or mattered. So I'm getting better now. So anyway, I'll be happier on the next video. I'm sorry. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.